let's talk about today's workout. Okie doke. So we have strength today. It's gonna be a 7-minute EMOM. So every minute on the minute, we're gonna do one snatch pull. So that's gonna be from the ground. It's basically like a snatch grip deadlift, but we are trying to kind of violently extend the hips, get a little pop in that bar. And then while still hanging on to that bar, we're gonna go right into 2 hang snatches. So these can be squat or power, up to you. You could do one of each, I guess, if you'd like. And if you don't have a barbell at home, then we're gonna do hang power snatches with the dumbbell, and it'll be 3 on each arm. All right. So definitely probably more of a technique day, but if you feel comfortable and you feel good with these movements, then you can kind of look to build as you go through those 10 minutes, right? Also very short time frame, right? Minute goes pretty quickly when you go through that complex. Then our conditioning, dip and wide. So we got 5 rounds, so we're looking for total reps. It's gonna be 30 on, 30 off for each of the movements, right? We got 2 movements. So again, if you have a barbell, it's gonna be a sumo deadlift high pull. If you don't have a barbell, we can use a kettlebell or a dumbbell. We'll high pull that. And then if you have some kind of ring set up or like dip bars or something, the other minute, 30 on, 30 off, we'll go strict ring dips. We could do box dips off of some elevated surface. We could also do push-ups as well. All right. And our accessory, we've got press-ups and 2 breath tabletop holds. Jake and his 2 breath everything. Anyone have questions movement-wise?
You're gonna show us the conditioning stuff. I mean the strength stuff.
Yeah. Yep. I'll show you guys. Anyone not have? I think you guys all have stuff that you can use, right? Yeah. All right. So let's look at the movements before we get into our warm-up. So snatch pull. We're going with that super wide grip, right? Snatch grip. Bar nice and straight. You want it in the hips. You're going to set up in that bottom position, right? So remember our Oli lifts, we're going to set up kind of squatty. So heel shoulder width. We're going to get down into that bottom position, chest nice and tall. And then it's basically like a deadlift, right? So snatch grip deadlift, knees out of the way. We're extending the hips, going through that high hang and high hang position. And then at the top, we are extending the hips, okay? So kind of getting almost like that jump and shrug. And then the big thing is we do want to, if you're really putting power into that bar, make sure the bar is staying in front of you, right? And not swinging straight arms out, okay? So full speed from that kind of mid-shin position, pop it up, and we'll set up in the hang. So I'm going with powers. I can go hang power snatch, and then I can do one more hang power snatch. Okay. You can squat snatch those as well.
Was it a low hang? Did you do off the knee or above the knee?
Your choice. I would say if you're going more weight, you probably want to go from the low hang, but you can totally go from a high hang as well. That's fine also. All right. So that snatch pull is really just working that extension and that bar path, making sure that we extend the hips first, kind of get that shrug, and then let those elbows kind of pop up. Okay. If you jump really hard, you'll see sometimes people do that snatch pull. It's like up to their face. It's totally okay. Just make sure you still have enough energy to get through 2 more snatches after that. That's my problem. I'm like snatch pull, everything, and then I go to do the hang snatch and it's got nothing left. So think of it like you're basically doing 3 snatches. Okay, should be enough power in that snatch pull to feel like it's kind of bumping up, and then you got 2 hang snatches after that, and those can be squat snatches again, if you'd like. Everyone's okay with that? Cool. Let's warm up. So you're gonna start with some high pulls, a little high pull, external rotations and presses. So if you have really light weights, you can grab light weights or you can grab light bands. You don't need them. And we're gonna do our high pulls first. So 20 high pulls, shoulders down and back. All right, we're kind of pulling up into the sides. All right, if you have plates, light dumbbells, make sure they are staying nice and close to the body, right in front. And the shoulders are staying in place as you do those high pulls. Good. So, Neil, for these, we want to be upright. So instead of like a bent over row, so Neil, stand nice and tall. Yep. And the elbows are going to pull up and back. Good. Stina has a little different warm-up up on the board, so I'm just going to go for that. Once you've done your high pulls, we're going to go into our external rotation. So think of like you finished that high pull in this position. If you're a little bit closer, just let those arms drop out. Okay, and then we're just rotating up and down. Okay, big thing here is, again, the shoulder stays in place as you're rotating. Okay. For really tight, usually what we'll see is the shoulders start to rock forward and back as you do that movement, right? So we want to keep it down and back and just rotate up and down. All right, so 20 rotations. Then we'll bring those hands in and we're going to go 20 strict press up overhead. Feeling the burn. Here's the tough one. Do you guys have PVC? You do, yeah. Nice.
Broomstick.
Broomsticks, just as good.
I have 2 PVC pipes.
Aha. You guys are good. So once you've done your 20 presses overhead, you grab a PVC. Natalie, if you only have one, you and Mindy can just alternate movements. Anthony, do you have like a PVC or broom you could use? You do? Sweet. Awesome. Okay. So we're going to do 10 pass throughs. Mindy and Natalie, if you don't have, oh, there you go. That works. I was going to say you just flip flop. But we're going to go snatch grip, right? So nice and wide. Keep those arms straight. So big shrug up. We're going all the way to the low back and back in front, right? So nice and controlled. Working through 10. If it feels okay, you can always slowly start to move those hands in. And again, make sure we are keeping those arms straight. So Neil, don't bend on the way back. When you come back, big shrug. Don't do that. Try and keep your arms all the way straight the whole time. It's when you're coming back that you feel it. Go a little wider. Still bending. Better. Yeah. Awesome. All right, once you've done 10, we're gonna go 10 rock stars. So nice wide stance with those legs. Remember, keeping them nice and straight. We're gonna reach down and through the legs, squeeze your glutes, open the hips, and then we're reaching up and back. All right, 10 rock stars. And once you've done your 10 rock stars, we're going 15 jumping jacks. All right, try and get the arms nice and long for these, so all the way up and overhead. Don't T-Rex it. It's so bizarre. Literally all the ladies at the same time stepped off frame. And then Anthony's sitting up just doing the jump jacks. All right. Yeah, I'll check what's happening.
Mindy is having a Halloween costume. Mindy, you had a Halloween costume.
All right, we're going to do that one more time. So pass through, rock star, jumping jacks. So 10 pass throughs, 10 rock stars, 15 jumping jacks. We're going to do that one more time through. Your shoulders feeling a little bit looser. Again, on those pass throughs, you can kind of move those hands in a little bit. Get a little more stretch. You might feel that in your chest a little, in the shoulders. Yeah, Anthony, slow it down a little bit. See if you can keep them straight on that way back. There you go. Good. Nice control. And once you've done 10, I'm going 10 rock stars. And then 15 jumping jacks. Once you've done your jumping jacks, going back on that PVC. And we're going to go 5 halting snatch deadlifts. All right, so snatch grip, again, nice and wide with the arms straight. We want that bar PVC to be right in that hip crease. Okay, feet are going to go somewhere between hip and shoulder width, depending on kind of how flexible you are, able to get down into that position. Again, we're setting up in that mid shin. All right, so shoulders are pinned back. We're going to think a little more like a squat. So squat down, try and keep that chest as tall as you can. As you come up, drive to your heels. We're going to get the knees out of the way. We're going to do a 2-second pause right in front of the knees, and we'll finish standing up nice and tall. All right. Remember, same bar path on the way down, so sit those hips back. Let that bar kind of track right in front of the legs. We're going to reset back in that mid-shin. We're going to do 4 more halting snatch deadlifts, again, at the knees. We want a 2-second pause. So you'll go a little wider with your hands. Even more. Yeah. Yep. Good. Remember, when you're coming up to that knee position, think vertical shins, right? So we're sitting back. As you come up, the knees shift back, and we bring those hips through. All right. Once you've done that 5th one, we're going to go with a hang snatch pull. Okay, so same grip that you just did. We'll set up in that low hang, so just above the knees. All right, shoulders are pinned back. Now remember, we're thinking kind of like a deadlift, so extending the hips, standing nice and tall. We want a little more oomph though. So think big drive through your heels. That bar should kind of pop up, make you shrug a little bit. And again, if it pops up pretty high, just relax the elbows, let them come up and back. Okay, do 5 hang snatch pulls. Good. If you jump off the ground a little bit, okay. Just make sure again that we're not flinging that bar out. and that the elbows kind of come up and back. Nice. All right. From here, we're going 5 hang power snatches. So now we're just going to finish by, again, once we extend, shrug, bars kind of coming up through that high pull motion. Now we're dropping under and punching, right? So our feet are going to move out probably from hip width to about shoulder width where we would squat. And then we're punching under, getting that bar overhead, right? So from top of the knee, nice big jump, drop under, stand it up. All right, 5 hang power snatches.
Mindy wants you to watch her.
Okay. Looks pretty good. Are you gonna squat snatch today?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then that's good. We're getting under. Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Okay, good. Thanks.
Yeah. Once you're done your 5, I don't think anyone has rings, right? So instead of a ring support hold, we'll do shoulder taps. So actually, no, let's do tabletops. That's gonna be better for you. So think of sitting down on the ground. We're gonna plant those heels. If you have rings, we'll do 15 seconds in a ring support hold, top and bottom. If not, we're gonna go tabletop hold. All right, try and have your fingers pointing towards your heels, and then we're gonna extend it, lift your glutes up. All right, lift your hips up. Try and get into that tabletop position. All right, we're gonna hold that for 30 seconds. All right, if that's really tight in the shoulders, you can kind of flare the fingers out or back a little bit. If you can, have them pointing towards your toes. You do have rings, good. So Mindy, we're gonna go 15 top, 15 bottom. Everyone else, we're going 30 seconds straight through. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Good. Yeah, that's really good. Nice. Mindy, 2, 1, good. Let's get into the bottom of that dip. Everyone else keep holding that tabletop. That's usually the tough one. You can keep like a tippy toe on the ground if you need to. Like 1 tippy toe. 2, 1, and rest. Nice. All right, we got one last movement for our warm up, and that's the Sumo deadlift high pull. Okay, so now we're going to switch the hands and grip position wise, right? So feet are going to go wider, okay, outside shoulder width, so wider than you would squat. I would say you get a little where it's like kind of uncomfortable. We're not used to it being. All right, you can kind of toe out on this. Your grip does not have to be super close, okay? So I like to keep it probably just inside or kind of right in line with my shoulders. And then we are sitting down and back, okay? So shoulders pin back, we push our hips back to that bars again, right? Mid shin. So try and keep that chest as tall as you can. We don't want to end up very, too much over the bar, because then when we're doing that high pull, it's more likely that bar is going to come like into the chest, right? So think, keep the chest tall, sit down and back. The big thing here is we want to make sure that you stand first, right? So we're extending our legs, squeezing our glutes. That has to happen first, and then you'll feel that kind of power push into that bar, and the bar is going to pop up, right? What's really likely to happen, especially with lightweight, if you're going fast in conditioning, is we're like halfway up, bar's already here, and then you kind of stand, okay? So think, just like a kettlebell swing or an Olympic lift, the power comes from your hips, and then it kind of rides up, just like when we're rowing. Susie was here, she would tell you fake rowing, right? So pop the hips, then let that bar kind of pop up. We're gonna do 10 Sumo deadlift high pulls. Okay, and then you go a little wider with your feet stance. Yeah. Good, and don't hold it up. So as high as it goes, that's it, and then right back down to the hips. So, Neil, bring your hands in a little more, a little more. Yep, there you go. Good. All right. Again, we'll kind of touch base on that again before our conditioning. So EMOM first. Again, it's 10-minute EMOM. It's 1 snatch pull, 2 hang snatches. Okay. So I'll give you guys like a couple minutes if you want to build up a little bit, get set up. Again, for most people, probably haven't snatched in quite a while. So, feel free to start and stay on the lighter side. If you're feeling good, you are more than welcome to increase as we go through. All right, Anthony, I know, is doing probably dumbbells. So, Anthony, you got 3 hang dumbbell snatches on each arm.
I think I might sumo deadlift. Just do
Sure.
3 or something.
Yeah. Do you have another bar?
Mindy brought her bar.
Oh, sweet.
We're equipped.
Fully equipped. Excellent. Adij, you should just like ask for your neighbor's garage code. Be like, you know where I live. If anything's missing, I'm right across the street.
Just eyeing the delivery guy, just dropping off the stuff. I was like,
Yeah. You're like, wrong address. That goes here.
and then she came up to me, was like, what, is something wrong? I was like, no, I envy you very much right now.
Well, not the delivery guy.
Yeah.
Delivery guy probably hates that couple.
And then lady over there, she's like, if you ever want to, like, I told her, like, I tested negative all the way. I'm okay, you're quarantined, so
like, I don't go anywhere.
if I need a conditioning piece, can I use yours?
Yeah.
Well, you could come to my house because my rower comes tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Indeed.
Yes.
See that house over there? Like,
I just heard Natalie told me that's crazy.
like I can see them like, oh.
That's so. Oh.
You're like, I see you're only using the skier and the rower. Could I use the bike?
If it's
Is she
just
nice?
30 on and a minute and 30 off.
Is your
Sorry?
neighbor nice, Arij?
We're on good terms. Yeah, I think I can borrow their rower for some time.
That'd be cool.
Just for the workout. And then give them some coffee. It's okay.
So, you have a bar there? You're doing barbell, right? Cool. So the EMOM will be a good kind of lead up into sumo dev high pulls, especially that snatch pull, the very first thing. So make sure we're kind of getting that extension of your hips first, and then you should feel that bar kind of pop up, right? Again, don't hold the top position. The bar is only going to pop up as high as you kind of give it, and then come right back down to the hips, reset, and we got our 2 hang snatches. Mindy's going full squat today. I like it.
Mindy didn't squat enough yesterday, maybe.
Should have gone heavier on your quote unquote wall balls. You did thrusters, I assume. Good. So, for this first part though, we're going snatches. So flip it. Feet in, hands out. A lot of moving parts today. Excellent. All right. Natalie, you're doing sumo deadlifts, right?
I think I don't know what I'm doing, but some form of something.
Okay, because I was like, if you're doing sumo deadlifts, you need like 6 more plates on there.
And Mindy was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "It feels heavy. It's fine."
Like you have a big deadlift. You got like 60 pounds on there.
Shh. Hi.
Okay, and you beat it. All right, everyone looks ready to rock. I think so. Cool. All right, 1 snatch pull, 2 hang snatches. Anthony's going 3 and 3. We are going in 10. All right, 3, 2, 1. Nice, Arish. Nice, Neil. So Mindy, I think a good thing to work on today would be, oh, sorry.
She's talking to someone on her watch.
Okay. Would be to work on your speed dropping under.
Okay.
So remember, whoop, yeah. So once you get that extension, right now you're kind of like sort of testing out, like extend, drop. All right, we got 3 seconds. 2, 1. Whenever you're ready, let's get into that second set. Nice, Anthony. Good, Sunil. Nice. Ten seconds. This is third set coming up. 3, 2, 1. Nice, Arish. There you go, Mindy. Nice, Natalie. Arish, just watch on that that first snatch pull. It just looks a little bit like you're on the toes a little early. So remember, we're extending to the heels first, and then, you know, if you drive hard enough and you kind of end up on the toes, that's okay. But we don't want to get kind of pulled into the toes before you sort of open those hips up. I mean, it goes quick. 10 seconds. This is 4, 2, 1, go. Nice, Mindy. Nice. Nice, Arish. Sunil, you're making me super nervous.
Was it better?
Yeah. You don't have to keep your feet completely flat. You can still extend on your toes, just make sure we're not pushing through the toes. A lot of people think like through the first half of that pull, sometimes they'll kind of lift their toes a little bit. And then once you're extended, you'll kind of end up on your toes, which is fine. So Sunil, this is going to be wait, hold on guys. 3, 2, 1. Real good test of your bar pass, Sunil. Make sure you're keeping it up and down and not whipping back behind you. Good. You forgot the snatch pull though. Yeah. It was a really good power snatch. Push that head through. Okay, so I was going to say Sunil was, right, pull looks good. Just remember when we're dropping under, think under and punch, right? We want to make sure that you're not pulling back behind you, because especially since you have kettlebells on the side, they're going to swing, right? So if you whip back behind you, it's going to add a lot more momentum of trying to pull that bar back. If you punch, it's going to be more likely to just kind of sit there.
Yeah. I'm removing the kettlebell. It is just making me move around.
Yeah, it shifts a lot. All right, whenever you are ready, we are into our 6th set. Yep, you can go. Yep. Nice, Anthony. Good, Anthony, when you go to that left side, be a little more aggressive on your punch. Landing a little bent. There we go. Nice. Awesome. Nice, Neil. So, Neil, get that head through a little more on that catch when you're under. It just looks kind of like you're back behind it a little bit. 5 seconds, guys. 3, 2, 1. Stanley. Harish, did you feel how that on your snatch pull, how that bar, you got it like right to the hips and then kind of popped up, right? Then when you went to your hang snatches, both of them you were kind of like here, which made that jump way harder, right? If you get it to your hips, this last bit is when you get a lot of momentum into that bar, okay?
I didn't fully extend, I felt it.
Yeah, so on your 2 hang snatches, right? The whole point of doing that snatch pulls first is that the hang snatches should feel just like that snatch pull, okay? We want to get into the hips. All right, we are into set 8, guys. Nice, Neil. Good, Anthony. Yeah, they look better, Harish. So you remember that first one, though? Don't go overhead. So, Sunil, you're going power snatch and then 2 hang power snatches. The first one is just a snatch pull. So you're just literally going to go from here and jump. That's it. Don't go overhead with the first one. Yeah, just that. So get nice and tall. Yep. 2 and 1. This is set 9, guys. I mean, it goes super quick. Good, Mindy, keep it close. And drop under. Punch. There you go. A little better. You got one more set after this, guys. All right, 10 seconds. This is the last set. 3, 2, 1. Get that big pop. Good, Neil. Nice. Good, Mindy. Stick that landing. Nice, Stanley. Good, Anthony. Nice at ease. Awesome. All right, so let's talk sumo deadlift high pull. Pretty much we want that same feeling like you just did with the snatch pull, right? So we're extending and the bar just kind of pops up. The big difference is now we're going to be wide with the feet and the hands are going to come in, okay? But same concept, we want to get that bar kind of up to the hips and extend and get all that power into the bar before that bar comes up, right? If you're starting to pull early, your forearms are going to get real lit. So you'll feel that right away. It's a good sign that you're probably not using your hips as you should, or you're pulling early. The other big thing with the Sumo Deadlift high pull when we're doing them fast is I tell people try and reset. So once it comes up again, you're not holding it, right? So extend up. Take a half second just to reset at the hips before you sit back down into that next rep. Okay. I find usually when people try and cycle this really fast, they just start kind of crashing to the ground, and they're just kind of pulling and crashing, and it becomes this kind of mess of a movement, right? So remember, it's hips, pop it up, just kind of reset, sit back down into that good position, right? It's a good way to ensure that your back's not going to get blown up on this, right? Anthony, you going to do the high pulls with a dumbbell?
Yes. Any suggestions there?
Weight-wise, you're saying?
Weight-wise and then form.
Kind of how to do it? Yeah. I would say the best way, let me grab a dumbbell. Let's do something that has a little bit of weight. I would say if you stand it vertically, and then, can you see that? So if you have vertical and you just kind of sandwich it, it's a good way to make sure that you're actually popping the hips, right? And just kind of letting it float up, as opposed to you trying to like grip the hell out of the dumbbell and kind of heave it up. So it's nice because if you just do it that way, if you extend the hips, the dumbbell will pop up and just kind of let your hands follow it. It's kind of a good way to kind of form check on your own. So again, with our Sumo Deadlift high pull, we've got dips. So if you have ring dips, we'll ring dip. If you got a box or elevated surface, right? Remember, legs out in front, straight or a little bit harder. If we bend the knees, makes that movement a little bit easier, right? And you could do one leg bent or both leg bends. One leg is more challenging than both. Different ways to adjust. Everyone have some way to dip? Sweet. Okay. We're doing, all right, get my timer set. All right, everyone looks ready. For Anthony Arijar. Anthony, you want to try one real quick? Make sure it feels okay. Yeah, under. Yep. Yeah, you can feel once it pops. Yeah. Does it feel okay? Excellent. Sweet. All right, so big thing again, just make sure we're trying to stand tall each rep. All right, squeeze your glutes, get that pop. That's the big thing. If you're not feeling that pop, highly likely you're probably just pulling with your arms, and you will start to feel that real quick. Good, Mindy, don't hold it up. Right, so one, widen your hands a little bit so don't go super close. And then remember, just as high as it goes, it's going to go up and then right back down to your hips, okay?
It might be that I'm like so proud of myself for getting it up that high that I keep wanting to show everyone it's here. I'll try really hard to drop it.
You're not the only one. It's a very common thing. People just like to hold that up there. All right, so 30 seconds, many Sumo Deadlift high pulls as you can get. Remember, there is always 30 seconds of rest. You don't have to go right into the next thing. We got a little rest, and then we got our dips, same thing. 30 seconds of rest, and we'll go back and forth 5 times. All right. Going to 10. Sumo deadlift high pulls are first. 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, this is all about hip extension. Pop those hips. Yeah, these go a little wide at the feet. I know you just brought them in. Keep that, yep. It's kind of awkwardly wide. Yeah, another 2, 3 reps, guys. We got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, so 30 seconds of rest, and we've got our dips. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. Nice, Anthony. Yeah, remember, if you can stretch your shoulders a little bit, always try and sink down into that dip as low as you can. Nice, guys. 5 seconds. 2, 1, and rest. Round 1 done. Hello, hello. 10 seconds. Back on Sumo deadlift high pulls. 3, 2, 1, go. Good, now, Sunil, when you come down, I want you to let those plates just kind of lightly tap the ground. Make sure we're seeing those hips down a little bit. Yep, good. Nice, now good extension. Now once you get that extension, let that kind of carry into the arms. Just get a slight kind of tug on it. Good, rest. Nice, Mindy. So Mindy, you're almost like too much, right? We don't want to go where it's like jumping up to your face. Just think kind of like middle of the chest-ish, yeah. So you can almost dial back a little bit, yeah, just to kind of find that sweet spot. 5 seconds on dips. 3, 2, 1, go. Nice, awesome, guys. And we're always fully extending those arms on the way up. It's look good. Where'd Anthony go? 2, 1, rest. Nice. Uh-huh.
Oh, we were on mute. Are we?
Yeah.
Are we on mute? I have a question. Do you think it's because it's too light that I'm going too high up?
I mean, yes and no.
Okay.
It's obviously light enough that it's popping high, but you also, all right, we're in the Sumo deadlift high pulls, but you can just like don't give like 110%. Yeah. Think of it like, if you're swinging a 5-pound kettlebell, you don't have to like, all the way up. Good. Nice, Harish. Good. Heels. Rest. Harish, just be careful again of that toe push. right? If you start really kind of almost lifting through or kind of pushing through your toes, calves are gonna start getting pretty pretty lit up. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Nice dips, guys. Two, one, rest. Nice. 2 more rounds, guys. Ten seconds. Back on the high pulls. 3, 2, 1, go. Good. So, try and pop a little bit harder. Get those elbows up a little higher. Yeah, good. Nice, Anthony. 10 seconds. Good job, Adish. Pop it up, pop it up. Good, Mindy. 2, 1, rest. Nice, guys.
70 pounds feel like 170.
Yeah. I mean, think of it, it's very similar movement pattern to like a kettlebell swing, right? It's the same concept. You're using your hips. So it's like you're swinging a 70-pound kettlebell.
Oh.
That's good. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, dips. Nice, Neil. Job at ease. Nice, Anthony. Job, Mindy. 2, 1, rest. All right, we've got one more interval up each movement. Last round, guys. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Last set of sumo those high pulls. Squeeze those glutes, extend those legs. Ten seconds, guys. Good, seeing your arms nice and straight at the bottom. There you go. 2, 1, rest. Nice, Arish. Yeah, Mindy. All right, last set of dips. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, yo. Last one, guys. Just keep it up. Nice. Keep it going, keep it going. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. Awesome. Nice work, guys. So our accessory, right, we've got press ups, so just deloading. You're gonna need a lot of hinging today. So down on the ground, right, extend that chest. We're gonna do 6 of those, and then the 2 breath tabletops, right? So again, some of you guys did the tabletop hold in the warm up. So again, if you can, fingers back to or angled towards your heels. Again, that's too tight. Fingers out or back. You're gonna drive up to your heels, squeeze the glutes, right? Hold that tabletop, 2 deep breaths, and then we'll sink back down. That would be 1 rep, and you use 6 of those, right? Accessory is seems like it might be a little bit time consuming. So 6 press ups, 6 2 breaths, tabletop holds, and you do 6 sets of that. Excellent work.
Perfect. Thanks, Ellen.
You're
Thanks,
welcome.
Alan.
It's nice and sunny this week. Finally, woohoo! I'm like
Yeah.
not used to seeing the sun.
It is sunny. It's beautiful out.
Yeah, it's nice out.
Have a great day, everyone.
Take care.
You
Thanks.
as well.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.